If you're looking for the best just sold postcard to help you get more real estate listings, then you found the right video because I'm going to share that very thing, the best just sold postcard to help you get more listings and leverage your sold properties into more of those listings and clients. I'm going to dive right in very shortly, but I am curious to know, those of you, whether you're watching this live or after the fact, comment below. Are you sending out just sold postcards after closings? Are you currently sending out just sold postcards after a property settles? I'm going to show you an example just sold postcard that I just sent out this week for a listing that closed. And then we're actually going to create a just sold postcard campaign for a settlement that I have next week. Now, I'm not actually going to hit the send button because I don't want to jinx it. We haven't actually, settled on it. The transaction isn't actually closed yet, so I don't want to jinx it. But we will walk through the setup process, how I build a list of homeowners to send the just sold postcards to, and then the platform that we use to send them, and the actual postcard template, exactly what all of that looks like. If you are, regardless of where you're watching this video, do me a huge favor, hit the like button on the video itself, and make sure if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and smash the bell to be notified of future live sessions like this one, and whenever we release some new video training like this one, to help you grow your real estate business, to get more listings, to get more clients, and to do so in a more effective and efficient way. So without further ado, we're going to dive right into it. And I want to show you what I believe is the best just sold postcard that you can possibly send. Okay. Now, this is an example card that I just recently sent out. They haven't actually hit the mailboxes yet. They haven't hit the recipient's mailboxes yet. But this is a double wide in a mobile home park that I recently listed and sold. It actually settled 2 days ago at the time of this recording. And there are several reasons why I believe this is the very best just sold postcard that you could possibly use in your business. And I'm going to get right to the number one reason. Actually, let me talk about a few of the reasons, and then we'll get to what I believe is the number one. So let's say reason number one is we are using an image of a property, in this case, in their neighborhood that they would recognize and would resonate with them. We're also putting in there the address of the property, right? So they would recognize, oh, this is in my neighborhood. We're putting in the price. Numbers in marketing garner attention. Looking at the back of the just sold card, there are two specific things before I get to the number one reason why this is the best just sold postcard. But there are two specific things on the back. Number one is you can see that this is a handwritten style font, and the platform that we're going to use to create this card, which you can get a free account, it's scrolling across the bottom. The information is in the description as well as other resources. You can get a free account with this platform. And with this platform, we can choose from 14 different types of fonts, including, 10 or 12 handwritten style fonts. Now, you don't have to use the handwritten style font. We'll go through that as we actually create one of these just sold campaigns, just sold postcard campaigns using thanks.io, which is where you can get the free account, growwithjosh.com/thanks. It's scrolling across the bottom. But two things on the back here. Number one is the handwritten font. Number two is the personalization. Hi, Donald, right? I'm personalizing it to the recipient. This is going to Donald Reed. I'm personalizing. But here's the number one reason why I believe this is the best just sold postcard you could possibly use to generate more business for your, more listings for your real estate business. When people scan this QR code or this QR code, and I think we'd all agree that not much good has come from COVID, but one good thing from a marketer's perspective is the ubiquitous use of QR codes. We now all very easily, or most of us anyway, can very easily scan QR codes. When someone, or in this case, when Donald gets this postcard and they scan this, it automatically becomes a lead for me, because this platform will send me an email that says, Donald Reed at 36 Hazel Circle, Mechanicsburg, PA, just scan the QR code on this postcard. Not only that, not only will it send an email, but we can set it up that it automatically sends them or automatically adds them to our CRM, and we could automatically send them a follow-up. Maybe we send them another postcard. Maybe we send them a note card. Maybe we send them a golden letter template to ask the question, hey, would you consider selling your property at 36 Hazel Circle to one of our clients? Okay. And that is a session that we're going to dig into next week. But today is about the best just sold postcard. So here's an example. How do we actually make this card? How do we actually create this card? Okay. So I'm going to take a minute here to let you know once again and reiterate where you're going to send this is you're going to create a free account at growwithjosh.com/thanks. Okay. It is scrolling across the screen. The link is in the description above or below this. When you do that, make sure you also email mike@growwithjosh.com. We've got bonus resources, templates, etc. that we want to give you access to. So that is where we're going to send the postcard. So what I want to do, I'm going to go back to share my screen. I'm going to show you how we create the postcard, the example that I just showed you here, how we create one like that. Then we're going to build the list that we're going to send this postcard to, and then we're going to go walk you through that entire process. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again. We're going to go into thanks.io. That's where you're going to create your free account, growwithjosh.com/thanks. And the first thing we're going to do on the left-hand side, we're going to create an image template. Now, by the way, if you get stuck, if you implement this, if you give this a try and you get stuck anywhere, you need any help, you can either reach out to us or you can click on this little question mark down here. One way or the other, we will help you. If you're trying to get a mailing like this out, a just sold postcard like this out, and you need some help, we're happy to help for sure. No question. Now, we're going to start by creating the image template. Okay, so we need to make the postcard. We need to make this example or sample postcard. Okay, and we're going to start by clicking on image templates. And then we're going to choose under this drop down right here where it says dynamic images. We're going to choose, we're going to choose the image builder. Okay. Now there are currently 8 different templates that you can use with these, what thanks.io calls them, the dynamic images. Okay. There are 8 different templates. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. Okay, let's be honest. I am going to choose the bottom left-hand side one here, right here, which is the same template that I used right here. Okay, I'm going to choose that as a template. Okay, so I've got that one selected, which is why there's the orange border around that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to mix it up this time. I'm going to get a little crazy. I'm going to use this template this time. Okay, I'm going to call this 215 West Locust. Is it Locust Street? I think so. Just sold postcard. I can't even remember. So this is for a property that is settling at the time of this live session. That is settling next week. I'm not going to actually send it. I'm going to set it all up and document the process for all of you here. But I'm going to wait till it actually settles to send it out. Don't want to jinx it. Now, I want to highlight something for you. And then actually utilize this next step in the process, which is the background image URL. What that is referring to is this image right here. And for a just sold postcard, we're going to utilize the image of the property. However, another of many reasons why I love this platform and we use it a lot in my local practice here, which by the way, I didn't even, if this is the first year seeing a video from me. My name is Josh.schoenly. I'm with eXp Realty. I'm in Central Pennsylvania. I've got a small local team here, And then I have a sales organization all throughout the US and Canada that I provide coaching and training and support to grow their businesses. And if that's something you'd like to chat about, I'd be happy to chat. You can schedule a time at growwithjosh.com/chat. Anyway, where was I going with that? So this is the actual property. However, with this dynamic image builder, and we have example campaigns. And if you'd like to check out an example, all you have to do is comment below or reach out to Mike at Grow with Josh. You can merge in the picture, whether it be a map view or a street view of the actual property. So in other words, I could send this postcard to, for example, Donald Reed, and instead of the picture of the property that I just sold, it would be a picture, a street view picture, or a map view picture of his property. Okay, incredibly powerful. It's a pattern interrupt. It will get your in this case postcard. It will get it read. It will ensure that the recipient actually checks out what you're offering, right? Because it's their property on the postcard. Okay, not applicable to this just sold process, but I wanted to point that out for you. For this card, we're going to upload an image specifically of the property that we've sold. And while I'm doing this, I want to highlight that you should be, in my opinion, you should be sending just sold postcards to all of the listings that you sell, assuming that it is in an area that you want to generate more business, right? A geographic area that you want to generate more business. I believe you should send them to every listing that you sell, but also you can and should be sending them when you are representing, when you're the selling agent, not just the listing agent, but also when you are the selling agent of a property, right? Take advantage of that, both of those opportunities. I'm just trying to find the right picture here. Is it this one? No. This one? Here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to use, which one of these am I going to use? I guess I'm going to use this one. I thought I had a different exterior picture that I liked better. Yeah, well, we're going to keep it moving along here. I'm going to open that. And then we're going to do the text here, right? So the header is going to be 215 West Locust, just sold for $169,950. That all the text? Yes, it was. Okay. And the subheader is your neighbor's house at 215 West Locust, sold, just sold for 169. Whoops, 169,950. By the way, one of the things that we'll provide for you when you create a free account at growwithjosh.com/thanks and you email Mike at growwithjosh.com is basically the text here that you can copy and paste. So you're not recreating that. Not only that, but we've got, like I said, we've got lots of templates that you can just take and swipe and deploy. So interested in seeing what your home at, I could even merge in their address, might sell for. And the QR code below. Oh, okay. And I'm going to choose use message QR code for here. Now, one thing about the QR code, you can choose where people are directed to when they scan the QR code. In our case, what I am sending them to is my sell page on my KB Core website, which is included at eXp Realty. I am sending folks to my sell page, which looks like this. Now, it is somewhat irrelevant where you send people to. Now, I think it's important that you send people to something like this, or it could even be a video that you've created talking about the property and telling them what to do next, right? You have leverage as to what to do that. And if you need help with figuring out what you should do for that piece of this or step in the process, you can comment below or just reach out to us. But the reason why it is somewhat irrelevant is because if they scan the QR code, that alone means they are now a lead for your business, a lead for your business, and you can then follow up with them accordingly. Okay. Now at this point, I'm going to click the Generate Preview button, and we can see what we've got so far. Okay, so look at that. Not too shabby. I think that looks pretty cool. Now, let me also let you know that you can add a logo image. So you could add, it will add a logo up here. Okay. So if you want to put some kind of branding on this, you absolutely can do that. And for example, I could add this silly logo of me up here. I'm not going to right this second, but I could. Okay, and so you can upload that image, or if you have it, the image hosted somewhere, you could absolutely do that and add that. I'm not going to do that in this example here, but you certainly can, and all you have to do is upload that image. I'm going to save this dynamic image template. And it's saving. The dynamic image templates do take a little bit, like they can take a few seconds to save because of the way they're created. So once you get this green pop-up that says success, that means you're ready to move on to the message template, which is the back of the card. And I'm going to cheat here. Okay. I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to go ahead and edit the existing one because I want to keep this moving along. I'm going to edit the existing one, but you can see the text. And as I said, when you create a free account and email Mike at Grow with Josh, will give you the all of the text and the copy of this just sold postcard that you can model, as well as other examples and templates, etc. You can see all of the different handwriting styles. Okay, there's a bunch of different here. Lazy note is a good one. Notary is a good one. There's lots of great examples here. Okay. So I'm going to edit. You can see what this message is. I'm just going to edit 215 West Locust. If you'd like a free detailed report with what a buyer might be willing to pay for your home today, just, I'm going to say just call/text us. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Text us your address. We don't want to call with the address, or simply scan the QR code to the right. Okay. And right here, this is where you put where you want people to go who scan the QR code. Where you want people to go who scan the QR code, which is where I mentioned that I'm sending them to my sell page on my KV Core website. Now, I have also used the QR code to send people to a video on YouTube. I've used the QR code to send it to the landing page that we have with the cash offer partnership that we've got with our organization. So it's really, you're only limited by your creativity. I do think it's important that it matches the message here and is congruent with what you're, what you're offering in this, for example, this just sold postcard. But the most important and coolest part of this is you get notified anytime someone scans the QR code. And we've been seeing from testing that we're getting anywhere from 4, 5, 6, even 7% scan rate, which is incredible. When you think about the average response to direct mail is usually like 0.5%, maybe if it's really good, 1.5%. We're getting 4, 5, 6, 7% in some cases. And the more we test, I think the better we can get that. So I'm actually going to change the name of this as well, so I know it's the right one. 215 West Locust Street. I'm going to save that. So now at this point, we've got the template. we've got the actual postcard. And so what I want to do is show you how I am going about building the list that I'm going to send this just sold postcard to. Okay. I'm showing you how I do it. There are lots of ways you can get this data. You may have access to Remine. You might be able to get it from your title company. You may have access to some other data provider. My preferred data provider, and you can actually get a free trial account with them in the description above or below as well. We use this like, almost on a daily basis in our business. My preferred is PropStream. PropStream. And you can get a free account at growwithjosh.com/PS. Growwithjosh.com/PS. I will also show you how you can actually get the list, the audience, right in thanks.io. Okay. There's a way to do it in there, but I have several reasons why I prefer to use PropStream. So I'm going to go back to screen share, and I'm going to show you how we're going to build the list in PropStream. Now, first I have to log into my account, which gives me another second here to encourage you to check it out. Create a free trial with PropStream at growwithjosh.com/PS. Growwithjosh.com/PS. And by the way, in the description, there is also a link to a playlist of videos where we've gone over so many different cool and unique ways you can use PropStream to build lists, to build audiences, to find motivated sellers, things of that nature, to find cash buyers, all kinds of things in there. So definitely check that out as well. So I've logged in here, and I'm going to search for the actual address of the property. Let's see if it comes up. There it is. Okay. And so this is the pin drop. Now there are a number of different ways that I can pull a list here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this this tool right here. It's this pencil tool, and I'm going to draw like a polygon. So I'm going to go like this, and every time I click it, it kind of like creates a connection. And I'm going to go up here. And after I've got an enclosed area here, which is this green area they can see, I'm going to click search. Okay, so that's 152 properties, which is a pretty good list, to start with here. But I'm not done yet, because I want to make sure of a couple of different things here. So I'm going to go to filter, and I'm going to choose not on market. I'm going to choose property characteristics of single family and townhome. And is there anything else I'm going to do? Let's see what so I'm down to 108. That's perfect. I think sending somewhere between 100 and 200 just sold postcards after you sell a property is a great sweet spot. The other way to look at it is you could say that I'm going to take X amount, 3% of the gross commission of this sale, or 10% of the gross commission. That's probably aggressive. But let me see here. If I calculated like 3% is probably a good number, 3 to 5%. If you reallocate that into multiplying your listings, right? Creating, having listings, having babies kind of thing. I think that makes a lot of sense. So this is a list of 108. I think this is a great list. I could also, one other way I could do it is I could go a bigger geographic boundary, but I could get a little bit more targeted and choose, that they, to send it to people that have owned for 10 or more years. I'm not going to do that in this case. We're just going to go ahead. We've got a list here of 108. That seems great to me. I'm going to select them all. I'm going to add them to a list. I'm going to create new. I'm going to say 215 West Locust just sold list. I'm going to save that. I'm going to close it out. I'm going to go over here to my my properties. I'm going to find the list that I just created here. You can see I've got a lot of lists in here. We use this thing heavily. Get a free account, Grow with Josh, a free trial at growwithjosh.com/PS. I'm going to select all here. and I'm going to export my list. Now I've got a list that I can upload with thanks.io. Okay. So I'm just going to make sure that I think I saved this, but I'm going to click it again. Then we get that success message that's when we know we're good. So I'm going to go here on the left-hand side, back to the dashboard to mailing lists, And you know what? I've got to do one more step here. This might take a second because my computer will bog down. I actually have to make sure that this is in a CSV file format. So I have to open this list. It exported from PropStream as an Excel file. So I've got to open it up and I've got to save as. Bear with me here. I've got to save as CSV, save, and we should be good to go now. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. There we go. I'm back here. So I'm going to go add list. I'm going to say upload from CSV, and I'm going to choose the file. And I don't know if it'll show up as downloads or documents. Where will it show? It doesn't want to show either place right now for me. It might be, sometimes it lags for some reason. I'm going to try it again. Bear with me here. And why did it do that? I'm going to try one more thing here. Let me see. It should be under downloads. It should be there. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. So let me go back here. Downloads. Oh, it is just there. I was missing it. It was right in front of me. 215 West Locust Street. Just sold postcard list. That's just, just name it something so you know what it is. Now we've got to map the fields over, okay? And it will automatically do some of that, but I'm always going to recommend that you undo some of that. And I'll explain why as I do this here. So what I'm actually going to do is for address, I'm going to choose custom 1. For first name, we're going to map first name. For last name, we're going to map last name. For let's see here. Now, we want to send it to the mailing address of the person that owns this property, because if it is an absentee owned property, I want it to go to the owner, not the tenant of the property. Okay. Now you may choose, you may not, you may actually want it to go to the occupant. And in that case, you could send it to the property address. It's totally up to you. I want it to go to the actual owner. So I'm going to choose mailing address and map that to address. I'm going to choose mailing city and map that to city. I'm going to choose mailing state and map that to state. I'm going to choose mailing zip and map that to the zip code. And I think that's everything we need. I'm going to save and process. And in a minute here, it will pop up. And I'm almost done here. So thanks for hanging in with me. This is obviously a video. You can speed this up. You can slow it down. You can go back to different spots. Or when you create your free account, we'll give you resources and so forth that makes it easier for you to, to go through this and actually implement. Okay. So now the last thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to actually send this postcard. Okay. To send a postcard that will come out looking like this on the screen here. And by the way, it doesn't have the dash marks on it. That's just because that's just the preview of what this looks like. Okay. So now I'm going to click send now. Now, all of this work that we did, ahead of this, it becomes a lot easier. And by the way, if you have an assistant or somebody that helps you with, give them this video and the resources that you'll get when you create a free account at growwithjosh.com/thanks and email mike@growwithjosh.com. Send this to them and they can do it. Okay. I've got two options for postcards here. I can do the small card, or I can do the 6x9. Okay. I'm going to, in this case, because this was a lower price property, a lower, sort of commission on it. I'm going to choose the small card, and I'm going to select here's the template that we created. I'm going to select this is the back of the card template that we created. We're going to click save and continue. And we're going to choose existing list. Now I could have waited and uploaded the CSV file at this step, and 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I'm going to choose that existing list. Now I did mention briefly, so I want to show this to you. In some markets this works, in some it does not. But you could use thanks.io to get your list. For example, you could do the map view here, and you can do a polygon here right on their map. I have found that for whatever reason in my market, it doesn't work. My guy Ryan at Thanks, see, it said nothing found. My guy Ryan at Thanks said they're working on it and they're going to be able to hook me up. But I like using PropStream because I can also filter and do a number of different things and be more strategic in doing this. So I'm going to select that list. I'm going to click continue. There's my preview, and the estimated pricing is $80, $79.92. In this case, I probably actually could send the 6x9 just sold postcard, but I'm gonna go with the cheaper version there. And then once I hit submit order, it goes into production. And actually, let me do this here. I'm going to show you. You can even then track right in this platform here. You can track the progress of that. So I'm going to go and find this order and just show you what that looks like. So you can have an idea of how you can track the progress of that. I said I use this platform a lot. I wasn't kidding. We send a lot of direct mail with this platform. So here is that just sold card that I've been using as the example. And when I click on that, I can see that they've been 100% printed, and they're not quite in transit yet. Now I just ordered this recently, so they've been printed and they're in process. Okay, so there you have it, the best just sold postcard, and it's something that I think you should, in my opinion, acting as a real estate coach here for you. This is something that I believe you should do on every closing that you have, as long as it's in an area where you would like to have more business. Whether you were the listing agent or the selling agent, you should use this just sold postcard and this process, and earmark whether it's 3% or 5% of your gross commission income to invest back into creating more opportunities for your business. And by the way, I should have mentioned this earlier. This also works great with a couple of small tweaks as a just listed card. And in fact, I'll probably do a separate training on that. We've got one coming where I'll be doing a just listed card on. And so I can document that as well. There are some things that I would change if we were using this as a just listed postcard. For example, I don't think I would put the list price. Okay. I would say, I would remove the list price. Okay. I would use some other ways to create intrigue and interest. And in that case, instead of sending them to my sell page, I would probably send them to a single property site where they could do a number of different things, including find out their value. So this would work great as a just listed postcard as well. I know I've said this frequently, but I want to reiterate, if you want to implement this in your business, check out the resources above or below this video in the description. I would love to hear in the comments as well, whether you're watching this live or after the fact, are you currently sending just sold postcards? And if not, would you like some help to implement this? Okay. And I would also love to see examples from all of you when you actually implement this, and let us know how it works. Most importantly, when these start landing and people start scanning the QR codes, like what you do to follow up and follow through with them, that's how you can ensure that you turn these just sold postcards into more clients and more listing opportunities for you. So thanks for spending some time. Some great questions here. Are you sending these only on your listings? I'm sending these when we are the listing agent or the selling agent, as long as it's in an area where we'd like to generate more business. Okay. This is awesome, Josh. As always, thank you. And I think this was early on. No, I have not ever found one that I'm confident in sending out and investing money in. Well, hopefully this changes that for you. And if you'd like some help, we are happy to help. Just email mike@growwithjosh.com. And lastly, before we wrap up, we can probably do something similar for sale by owners. Absolutely. This dynamic image builder is great to use with for sale by owners. It's also great to use with expired listings or old expired listings. And we'll dig into that on a future live session. We may even have some content around that already as well. Check out the additional playlists, resources, etc., in the description above or below this video. Thanks for spending some time here today. If you need help, if there's anything at all we can do to help you grow your real estate business, please don't hesitate to ask. I would love to chat with you if you want to have a free strategy session on growing your business utilizing things like these just sold postcards. Go to growwithjosh.com/chat. Make it a great day, and hopefully talk soon.